Hello everyone, welcome to AvgJoeWatchReviews, where we do more than just reviews. If this is your first time on the channel, I welcome you to the Average Joe family. And please do me a huge favor, click that like button. That is the most charitable way to help support the channel. So today we're looking at a very unique and pretty cool watch winder, I have to admit. Definitely one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. I actually reached out to the company and they sent me one for review. I don't have to give it back, which is so awesome. Thank you so much to Piguet Sons. This is the Astronomia X1, a unique gyro watch winder. And it comes in this really cool box. It's got the magnets there to help keep it closed. And you open it and it's got this really heavily dense foam that protected it. And it came to me in perfect condition. So, with no further ado, we're just going to dive right on into the review. Oh yeah! Alright, so before we get started, Bob, what you doing in here, bud? How many times do I gotta tell you, this is not a suitable home for you, buddy. I don't even know how you've been breathing there in that capsule. It's gotta be hot in there. I promise you, we'll find you a home, okay? Guys, comment down below where you think Bob or Bob Ross should live, but it definitely cannot be in here, all right? But yes, I promise you, we'll talk about it later, all right? All right, so that was Bob or Bob Ross, guys, all right? So, the winder itself. This winder is all metal construction, from the base to even the knob. The knob is made of metal, very quality, and you get quality clicks as well. We'll get into that shortly. This is metal. The whole thing is constructed of metal, including where you would think that they might chintz out. This is also metal. All right, the piece that actually rotates the gyro. So I don't typically have it in this direction, but just for our purposes, I'm going to keep it in this direction to show you different modes. And also, this is where a lot of companies save costs. This is actually not plastic, but this is real glass. So again, this whole construction is metal and very good quality. It's actually made in Switzerland. It is Swiss made, so you're getting that. So this winder has 3 modes. So the first mode, we'll click here. Very solid click. Very, like, you know you're in the mode. There's no sponginess to it. It is just very precise. The first mode is a clockwise rotation for 2 minutes, and then it stops for 8 minutes, and then it loops. Okay. The second mode, which is this one here, goes counterclockwise for 2 minutes, stops for 8 minutes, and then loops again, okay? And then the third is a clockwise rotation for 1 minute, counterclockwise rotation for 1 minute, and then it stops for 8 minutes, and then it loops again. So there's your 3 modes right here. So the big question I've been getting on Instagram is, how easy is it to put your watch on and off of the display? So I'm going to show that to you right here. Now this is the piece that comes with the watch winder. Now this is the only plastic piece, and it has to be plastic because there has to be some flexibility. This is really solid plastic, and you can even see they did even a perlage design on the plastic. I mean, how cool is that? And this is like a softer, more flexible plastic. So the first watch I'm going to show you is how easy is it to put a metal bracelet on to one of these. The way I would do it is actually having your watch closed. So the reason why this is flexible, so that it will actually fit your watch. So we're doing this in real time here, guys. So this is very easy to have this fit in here, just like so. And then you get a nice tight fit, as you can see here. Now, the one suggestion that I would give to Piguet Sons is that this took me 15 to 20 minutes to figure out how to fit this on to the winder itself. I would suggest having some just simple instructions for guys like me that had a hard time. So what I figured out was, based off of the indentations here, the lip, that I was able to fit it on just like so, just like that. So it like snaps in. So now it's in. So I'm gonna leave the glass off for now and just show you mode number 1. All right, and then I'm going to show you mode number 2, and that's counterclockwise. But yeah, how cool is that, guys? That's a really cool. So here's what it looks like with the globe on. As you can see, it's pretty easy. Now sometimes, I think you saw it right there, it does hesitate, or at least stop for a split second, right there. Now, I reached out to the company. They said that this is not typical, and quite frankly, in my opinion, I'm sure that they may have just given me this because this is not one that they could send out for, you know, as a production piece. And since this is a sample piece, I'm not going to complain about it because I got it for free. But I do notice that hesitation right there. I'm going to show you right about right there. There's a little bit of hesitation there. So that's something that if you're OCD, you'll notice, but if you're not, it's not a big deal. And look, the thing is definitely doing its job. I have it in reverse here. So just a really neat piece, as you can see. It just really, it's so unique. You know, it just doesn't do the normal rotation. This is just like they say, a gyro. So that's how a metallic bracelet would, that's how a stainless steel bracelet would work on here. And then what you can do is you just basically simply bring it back to center with your hands and you pull it off just like so. Now, how is it with, let's just say, a leather bracelet or a leather band? So I'm going to show that to you now. So as I said before, I would just close it off like you would on your wrist. And then, now this is like a newer strap, as you can see, it's still not fully broken in. We're going to then just fit this onto here. And look at that, it literally took me no time at all, right guys? And then you put it on one side and you snap it on to the other side, just like that. Okay, and you put it on. So I've had questions in regards to, well, is it cumbersome to take it on and off? Probably just a tad more cumbersome than an actual watch, you know, a typical watch winder. The way that I would recommend this particular watch winder is this would be for your pieces that, let's say you have a watch that has heavy complications. Now, the watch that I would recommend on this winder would be like a moon phase, that you want to keep that moon phase going when you're not wearing it. This is not a watch that you would wear every day. And I'll show you how that one looks on the winder, considering we have the Christopher Ward background. This was actually done by 32 Cool on Instagram. You could check him out. He also did my Bulova Accutron as well. Really, really cool artist that you could find on Instagram. I would definitely highly recommend him to check him out and you know, give him a follow on Instagram. This is what I would recommend this piece for. If you have that one watch that you don't wear often, but you don't want to keep setting the moon phase, for instance, this would definitely be a great piece to really make your watch the centerpiece of your collection. And also, it's just a huge conversation piece. It really looks cool. So, well, there you go, guys. Really unique watch winder. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this a watch winder that, now that you've seen it, is something that you would like to add to your collection? Would you use it the way that I proposed, for your most cherished piece that you don't wear often, just to keep the complications going so you don't have to keep setting it? Or is this something that you would use every day? I'd be very curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are down below, whether positive or negative. But remember one thing, that there's always time to be kind to one another in the comment section. But I'll see you guys next time on another episode of Average Joe Watch Reviews. Thanks for joining us. God bless.